scene from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, because I expect to see a velociraptor right about now. Because this is kind of the stuff that you'd see on the Jurassic Parks for the little ferns. It'd be, ooh.
What I said coming in?
Yeah.
Four-wheeler's not four-wheeling.
Nailed it. Man, what's crazy is this used to be like a playground for everybody in this neighborhood, and everybody's grown up, moved on, and it's nuts. It doesn't look like anybody's been back here who knows how long. Idea how deep the center of this. I've never had a machine. I've always just kind of played on the outskirts type deal. Never had the ability to go pretty much right through the middle of it. Now I have no idea what's in the center of this or how deep it is. So we will slowly but surely work our way through here. Did bring some recovery gear, but I haven't said this yet. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is GD from leterrip Adventures. Just needed a day with all the crazy transitions and stuff we've had. Just needed a day to go out and play a little bit. Just needed a day to go out and play. Now I'm sure there's logs and all kinds of other stuff in here, but this is like uncharted territory. So that's the biggest thing, is I don't know how deep the center of some of this is. So far it doesn't look too bad. Brian's over there somewhere taking high ground. Jacob. Awesome. All right, coming to you, buddy. Biggest thing is there's like broken off trees and all kinds of stuff in there, so you want to go kind of ham, but at the same time you can't really go ham. So how are the bugs?
Shitty.
So we are officially working our way down to try to find another mud hole that's down here. The original one we used to play in when we had like sport quads and stuff like that, because never have I had a machine that was capable enough to go through that cantankerous turd of a hole back there. So we're gonna bomb our way down here and see what other kind of goodness we can get ourselves into.
Yippee.
Yeah, feet up, buddy. Yes, it does. Yeah, there's definitely burning nettle in here though. Yeah, that's empty. Oh, that's muddy though, but it's empty. Yeah, first time we were down here, we could not get back here because this was so flooded. Those couple first trees we ran over, that was as far as we could make it, and it was like display deep type deal. If you guys haven't seen that video, you'll have to go back and check it out. See, once you get through the Angry Brian, it's not quite as nasty. Okay, I'm gonna have you hop off. Okay, so these guys are the original ones that we used to play in all the time. Like that. I know this one's got a really bad lip on it. Not sure how deep it is now. These are the ones we used to swap and hop around with quite a bit. No problem. All right, Brian, let's work our way down. Follow me.
Come on, dear.
I'm going to come in at this at a different angle, kind of, in case this drops off to the distance.
This is what you call a coward.
Alright, Brian, just follow along the shoreline, buddy. Don't look cool from the back 40. Yeah, you're gonna follow along the shore here. Oh no, I'm high centered on a stump. Hey, there's a stump there.
there's a stump.
Yeah, there's a stump back there. Okay, alright. Clean some of the duckweed up a little bit. Stay away from that stump. That's better. You can stay there, Brian. I will say, as hot as it is, that water feels nice, Brian. Can't go back any further. Ah, here we go. Alright, I feel better, I feel refreshed. The machine is considerably cleaner, so that's a plus. Last goal, and that is to see if I can get across the river. Now, like Brian was saying, getting down isn't a big deal, it's going to be getting back out. Follow me, Brian, follow me, Brian. I'm in, now what? That's crazy, you can feel the current holding me back. Not bad when the sun's out because you can see how deep it is, but without the sun and sunglasses, I'm actually going to take my sunglasses off. Okay, that current is no joke. I can feel it pushing the machine sideways. Okay, so as you can see, it's deep. It's middle of the jungle. We're just trying to find our path back at this point. There it is. Great job, Brian. That's what I brought you along for.
No, seriously.
Oh, cool. All right, good. I'm glad you could help too. I've got to find a less. Sorry, I'm trying to stay moving, but this is hard on rigs with two people. We're gonna try to go around this tree. What's that?
On the rig.
Oh, right. Well, not even so much that, it's just stabbing stuff you don't want to stab type deal. We're trying to find a less evasive. How the fuck did I get around that? Alright, looks like we don't have a choice. Looks like
your tracks are right there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay over all those branches and stuff. Those branches are... I'm definitely not bouncing over that. That'll get me high centered. What's that?
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Yeah, good thing for high clearance suspension. Oh yeah, it's good for it. Yep, she ain't no garage princess no more, buddy. And it's kind of cool, it does have the receiver hitch on this, so you guys have seen some of that on the camper content, that we have been putting this thing to work. Now everybody thinks a mud rig is just a mud rig, and a lot of times that is indeed the case. However, okay, gonna have to bump it. Okay, ready? Alright, so they say that a mud rig is just a mud rig, but the beneficial part of having a Sportsman is the fact that it is extremely low geared. So when you're pulling a trailer full of rocks or firewood or whatever the case is, you can just kind of putz, not have to beat on the machine, and it does it very well. Especially with the CVT clutch, you start pulling a huge amount of weight and stuff like that, you know you can run into problems. And with this, that is not the case, so it has been pretty beneficial. Well, we're going to work our way through the jungle here. Yeah, what's crazy, Brian, is this used to be a well-traveled path of just, there was tracks all over here. There'd be once upon a time, there used to be a group of, is that the way I came through? Yeah, sure is. And it's angry. I did, yes. Yeah, because there's my tracks. And like I said, there used to be a group of, you know, 10, 15 people would come back here and just romple stomp through this. Okay. Got it. That was rough, but we did it. I switched to high, so that was cool. I think that's the last worst one. I think other than that, everything else is smooth sailing.
I don't know, I just walked the whole thing.
All right, guys, that is going to do it. As you can see, tank went out, romple stomped us through some Jurassic Park feeling type territory. Got ourselves over some logs, through some logs, around some trees, through some mud, out to the other side. Eventually hopped into current flowing river water, which is kind of nice because it is roasting. It's been hot here in the state of Wisconsin. But that being said, tank really does. I've never had a purposely built rig. Sorry about the noise, we're right by the highway, but I've never had a purposely built rig where you can intentionally go out and see how deep you can stuff your machine in the mud. I will say these machines definitely lead a very rough life, and I understand why wheel bearings, clutches, all the stuff that comes along with the mud aspect of things is a real thing. But if you haven't already, guys, it is free. Smash that subscribe. We are pushing 3,000 subs. I know that don't seem like a lot, but that is a milestone for us at leterrip Adventures. Let us know if you appreciate or if you like the camper content, if it's something you thought you would get into, if the mudding is something you get into, whatever the case may be, because if it is a lifestyle you're interested in, we're gonna learn together. But like always, hit that thumbs up, hit that notification bell if you want to see content when we post. We do have some sponsors that support the channel. We do got, wait for it, Merca, we've got RPM, we've got Bikeman Performance, we've got LOYO Lights, we've got GLife UTV. If you use leterrip, saves you guys 5%. You start talking big power, big turbos, stuff like that, 5% goes a long way. As always, guys, like how you know how it goes. On to the next adventure.